the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we're going to see, a squad here today looking to put on a show, taking on a crew looking to make a strong statement. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the offense out for their first possession. And here comes that star wide receiver. He's got the bounce, the aura. He walks on the field with some swag saying, I'm the man, and I know it.
Oh, he certainly does, and you know what? He probably should. It's
a fumble. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Oh, my gosh, the defense is attacking that football. That ball's on the ground. They almost come up with a turnover on the first play of the game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He'll pitch it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. On the run here, lets it go. With the catch, it's Baxter. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Gives it to the back. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Boy, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts that the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the option play, and the quarterback keeps it here. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
This is exactly how this offense envisioned this game getting started, is having opportunities to be able to crease this defense and hit big plays. Now let's see what they can do off of it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offense coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run the option. He shreds the tackle, and he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, that is a nice job here by the fullback. But let's give credit to the offensive line as well, because when you're going up against that 3-4 look from the defense, the job of the defensive line is just to hold that offensive line off of the linebackers and free them up to make a tackle. But on that play, let's give credit. The O-line did their job and not only handled the defensive line, but the linebackers as well, which gave the big fella room to rumble.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it second and medium. They'll run the option. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Strong opening drive. This is play number 9, but it's third down now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. You give it to the big fullback here. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. Now you've got another chance at points.
A solid run. Good for first down yardage. It's an option look. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. We'll try to run it with the option. Quarterback still with the football. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
On the opening drive that just won't end, they've got a third down and short. They'll try the option play here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This has become a marathon drive. Play number 14 coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the back now goes in motion. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. More of this game within the game, Kirk. You got the quarterback and the corner, 2 of the better guys in the country at their position, very aware of each other.
And on the other side, you got a quarterback that has an attitude of he doesn't care. He's confident in his ability to shift and move a defense at will. It's going to be a great matchup.
And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Back in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure and came up with the sack.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. There's no one to throw to there on 3rd down, and now it's a 4th down coming up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a 2nd and manageable here for this offense.
It's 2nd down after that completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to chuck it again. He'll throw it now. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
On first down, it's play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
Grab down the middle. It's Moore.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
A completion makes it second down. And he'll set up to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Defense trying to hang on. The 11th play of the drive here. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be second down.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And he knocks that one right through. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The linebacker shifting around now. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Looking for the wide out. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
First down here for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Baxter. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Baxter. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Makes a quick grab. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary, and they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They call the draw play here. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
No huddle here for the offense. And at first down, they go right back to him. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
First down and 10. Takes the handoff on the counter play. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback dropping back. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
The offense is clicking and the defense just searching for answers now. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Using his legs on the scramble. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. Pretty good chance it's going to come down to the final possession. Which guy can step up and make plays as we head to the fourth quarter. Here's the option play. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. They're going to run the option. Quarterback keeps the football.
Just pick your poison against this offense. The defense decides we got to take this quarterback away. Only problem is nobody's on the running back on the pitch. Takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. fielded in the end zone. It's Mason. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
After the huge play, they're pounding on the door. It's 1st and goal at the 3. And they're trying to punch it in here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
2nd down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Here we go, national championship game, 4th quarter, 1-possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure late in the game? They still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They'll run the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. It's an option look. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, I'd love to see this late in a game like this with the lead. Get aggressive. Go for it here on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback delivers to his receiver. Comes down with a nice completion and a first down, and they keep that clock moving.
Hands off to the fullback. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Important second down play coming up. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. We'll try to run it with the option. The back's got to run a pitch. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out. It's Mason. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Hey, you're trailing late in a game like this. You're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The catch is made for a huge pickup. So a crucial touchdown, but that was just the first part. Now you got to execute the onside kick, Kirk, to give yourself a chance to win the national championship.
Well, as you know, Chris, this onside kick, I think it's the toughest play in the game. Both special teams units know that the play is coming, and they understand the stakes as well. And if the kicking team can somehow get the ball, man, anything could happen.
Extra point try coming now. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. It looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on third and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at fourth down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. What a kick. It's good from 57.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Offense trots that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Trying to create here on the move. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
We've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
Looking to throw for the first down. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions.